everybody's going to kind of trickle in from now on. We are going to get started. So tonight's GoNow Game Plan is all about holiday stuff. So we are going to go through holiday plans for social media. We're going to talk about the Holiday Deal Central, which is on shop.com live right now. We're going to talk about retailing during the holidays. There's a really cool, simple thing that I want every single person to keep in mind during the holidays, whether you're hosting an event or whether you are attending one. That's like the key here, is it works either way. And then we're also going to talk about our strategic planning for 2019, and I'm going to take you guys through exactly what Ryan and I do when we are making our next unfranchised level goal, our next income goal. And I'm going to share that process with you. And just, the good part is it's actually was part of our email campaign we sent out last week, and it's also been put up on beingjrridinger.com as well. So there's a lot of really great ways to put that to work later. I highly recommend that everybody does that. And then we're also going to talk about Deductr, because Charlie Bayer, Eddie Alberti, and myself, we're doing a free 4-week accountability group around Deductr. So I want to talk to you a little bit about that tonight when we get to the Brainspanking of the week. And of course, dun dun dun, everybody is excited for Isotonix Complete Green. So I'm going to show you what this product, by the way, how cool is it? It comes in a canister. I don't want to give too much away about the product. I'm going to save that for when we get to the consumer corner segment. But you guys, I will say that I was lucky enough to get my hands on one of these bad boys a week ago, and it tastes amazing and I feel great. So I'm going to share a little bit about my experience with the product. I'm also going to tell you about what it is, why you should take it, why it's different than the regular greens that we used to have, things like that. So a new product alert, super exciting. Everybody loves that. So without further ado, we will pop off. So our first segment of the evening is called Socially Speaking. Now, Socially Speaking is all basically about one social media tip or thing to keep in mind during the holiday season. As unfranchised owners, social media is a really great way for us to connect with new people, but it's also a really great way for us to reconnect with people we know. Right? And so one thing that drives me bananas is when I go to an unfranchised owner's Facebook page or whatever page, it doesn't matter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, it does not matter what page it is. And it's a personal page, but all you see on it is business stuff, right? So all you see is product, events, this, that, and the other thing, and you're just selling. And so pretty soon what happens is your social media platform very quickly can turn into a one-way conversation where you're just kind of talking at people, nobody's responding, you're not getting the engagement that you want, people aren't responding to your messages, and it's just not a good deal, right? So you don't want that to happen to you on social media. And so one of the things that we wanted to talk about for this season is to just simply be a source of holiday joy. And Caitlin Ivancic, she wrote a really beautiful article in the Unfranchised magazine, and it was called Be a Source of Holiday Joy. And I just really loved the article. It had so many great points in it, but the most important point that can be made is that when you are just simply engaging in a normal, social, fun kind of a way, then you're opening the door for conversations. You take that, you break down barriers. People want to talk to you. People want to hear from you and all of that. So when you do post about product or you do post about your business during the holiday season, try to keep it real. Try to keep it relaxed. Try to just keep it totally casual and conversational and friendly, because if you can do that, you're going to get a lot more conversation, which is really your goal on social media. Your goal is not to sponsor people or sell to people. Your goal is to connect with people. And if you can help somebody out in the interim while you're, having your conversations, then that's great. And if that opportunity doesn't exist, that's also okay. We're not here to sell things at people or talk at people. We want to talk with them. And that's really important. So a couple of things that you can do to be a source and a personal touch of holiday joy. Number one is you can update your social profile or cover photo with holiday appropriate photos. So consider just swapping out your profile picture with something that's a little bit more holiday-ish. Right now, flannel is in. I am throwing the biggest flannel and frost party ever. Can't wait for it. This will be used in it. It's also being used in the show today. Another fun thing, people love this. Post your favorite holiday recipes. That goes for food, that goes for desserts, that goes for appetizers, and it goes for cocktails. So people love, love, love sharing holiday recipes. They have to make things last minute, or they have to bring something to a friend's. One of my best friends, April Rashad, she posted a really beautiful picture on her Instagram about something she made at Thanksgiving, and it was like the coolest display of vegetables ever. Like, it really had me salivating. I'm like, this is a great thing. Now, anybody that knows April knows that she's a TLS coach. And she's helped me a ton. She's helped a lot of people a ton, but she's helped a lot of people with that. So for me to see that recipe pop up on her Instagram, and she put it on Facebook as well, I found that really valuable. Like, I liked it. I loved it. It was a great picture. It gave me a good idea. And by the way, it was in alignment with who she is. And so when you do post a holiday recipe or a cocktail, it's okay if you do something that sort of ties into your business, but just keep it casual, right? Keep it friendly. Make it a nice conversational piece. Another fun and easy thing to do is to share fun ways to decorate or wrap gifts or crafts or things like that. So Val Martin is like my favorite for that. My little sister made these cute little mason jars with just pine cones and I don't know what those are. They're just greens, I think, from her tree. She put them on a mason jar and on top of little stumps, and it's just so cute, right? It didn't cost a lot, gave me a lot of ideas. I loved it. So you steal the idea, and it's fun. The point is if you keep it friendly or whatever, you will open the door for more conversations, which is always, always, always your goal when it comes to social media. All right, so with that being said, holiday joy is the goal for the next couple of weeks in December. And so during this, I want you to keep the following types of posts into your social media strategy for the next couple of weeks. The first one is I want you to pick and share a recipe and try to keep it somewhat a wellness type of thing, right? Because then if you share a holiday recipe, it's joyful, it's fun, it's casual, but you can also hashtag wellness, hashtag TLS, hashtag shopping annuity. And if you include those 3 hashtags with a recipe, now you have a fun way to talk about your business, but you're not directly talking about your business. You're doing it in a way where people that you want to connect with are able to do it. So second is look. Share your favorite look, and not look at me, but share your favorite look. So this is basically outfits, makeup, hair, skincare, and obviously the hashtags that go with that would be motives, beauty, or shopping annuity. Right now, my favorite thing in the world is big sweaters, yay, with grandpa elbow pads. Yep, there are elbow pads on my big sweater. Love this thing. You can get them at Urban Outfitters, which is on shop.com, and they have a great cashback. Love that. But anyway, you can hashtag beauty, motives, shopping annuity. Another great post to share around the holidays are deals, right? And again, you're not trying to talk at people. You want to keep it totally casual and like fun. So always share a deal that you've either personally taken advantage of or something that you think is relevant. So when we get to the shopping annuity hack of the evening, you might find that there's stuff on there that you want to take advantage of. And so keep it like very specific and keep it personal. That is honestly where the line is, you guys. That's so important for you to understand on social media. The line is, you're sharing a personal experience and a story or something that's valuable and keeping it friendly versus you're selling. You know, social media needs to be social, so keep it social. Don't share things that don't make sense to you, that you don't fully understand, or that maybe you haven't taken advantage of. And then the last one is just joy, holiday joy, right? Just, again, the goal here isn't to create a sale necessarily. It's just to start some conversations and have some fun. So hashtag joy, hashtag shopping annuity. Share something that brings you joy. Spread a little bit of joy. That's a good thing. Okay, so we're going to move right into the shopping annuity hack, which we are going to be talking about the Holiday Central. So I'm going to show you this. I don't know why. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. All right. So as you can see here, shop.com has a really cool landing page on it, and it's the Holiday Deal Central. And on it, you can find all kinds of things that are going to be there regardless of what deal you're looking at. You're going to find gift guides. So, you know, if you find that a type of person or a person is difficult to shop for, go to that landing page and check it out. There's really great gift suggestions for dads, for moms, for kids, for whomever. There's hot deals. So anything that is extra savings is going to be there. So speaking of which, right now through December 17th, which is only a couple more days, you only have 7 more days, there are extra IBV deals happening. So you want to check out that landing page because you can find out what those are. Increased IBV is huge. I can tell you that I took advantage of a few of the stores that are on there. Personalization Mall was on there. A couple of things got swapped out. So go to the holiday landing page on shop.com and check it out for your own personal shopping, but also because you might be able to help somebody out, right? If somebody's looking for something to give to their kids' teachers or coaches or whatever, you might find something really nice there. There are a lot of food item type of stores that were on there that are worth sharing. By the way, a lot of those places deliver like within a couple of days. There were a couple of flower shops, chocolate shops, things like that. So a lot of those can be great deals. Also going on right now are the 12 days of deals, and that's going on now through December 31st. And basically every single day, shop.com is unlocking one ridiculous deal. And you can find out what that deal is on the Holiday Central landing page. So again, just go to that landing page and revisit it because new things are coming every day. You might find something that you want to take advantage of, which will of course help build your shopping annuity, but you might also find something that would be helpful and relevant for one of your customers that you can share with them. Because the more one-to-one marketing that you do with your customers, the better. And so for example, if I see that, you know, Yoga Outlet is having a really great sale or is having extra cash back for customers or extra IBV, I'm going to take advantage of that. I'm also going to share that with a couple of my friends that also love yoga. So that makes me better at like sharing the product, right, and the program, because I can, you know, you can't share what you don't know exists. Last thing on there that I want to bring your attention to is the Holiday Cheer Contest. So now through December 31st, all you have to do is put your email in there. You can put it in and your customers can put it in, and 2 winners will be selected and each will win a $200 gift card to shop.com. And so that gift card can of course be used for one-card stores, but it can also be used for product. So, you know, a lot of times I think people look at deal, like, you know, on franchise owners, we look at things like the Holiday Cheer Contest and we say, is that worth it, our time? Yeah, it's definitely worth your time. It's worth your time for a couple of reasons. The first reason is, first of all, you can win a $200 shop.com gift card. That's great. And when you use it to buy things for your household, like from the one-card stores or whatever, you're building your shopping annuity. That's going towards your SAMM. It's $200 free to spend on shop.com. So that's cool for your in it for yourself. But it's also like contests you don't understand. Contests are really a marketing strategy that we as unfranchised owners can leverage with our customers. That's really all it is, right? So by sharing with our customers, hey, throw your email in there, enter the holiday contest, you know, now they're going to your shop.com website and they're right in front of that holiday landing page, and they might find one of their favorite stores as offering increased cash back. Or they might find, oh wow, there's some great gift guides here. There's some really great extra savings that are being announced here. They might find other things that are relevant. Now what happens if your customer wins? It's $200 to shop.com. They can't be used on the partner stores that you have to click off on. It has to be used directly on your site. That's a really great opportunity to get some product into the hands of a new or existing customer. So take advantage, you guys, of the holiday Deal Central. That's my shopping annuity hack for you for tonight, because I'm telling you guys, it's amazing. So, dun, dun, dun. I keep saying that today. I don't know why I keep saying that. All right, so the next thing we're going to talk about is the brand new Isotonix Complete Greens. I'm so excited for this product. You have no idea. I love greens and I love our greens already, and now I'm like obsessed with the Isotonix Capable Complete Greens. Oh wow, my little thing is right here. Perfect. Okay, so as you can see, the Isotonix Complete Greens it actually comes in a canister instead of a typical Isotonix bottle. And you open it up, and inside, it's green. You have this cool little scooper, right? So yeah, there you go. So you got the canister, you got the scooper, and you have your Isotonix capable complete greens. And to mix the greens, what you do is you take 6 ounces of water. Now this is pre-measured. Actually, hold on, it has to go to this. Hold on. By the way, another little life hack for you if you didn't know, mason jars actually have ounces like all the way up the top. I had no idea that that's what those were. I was like, what are these lines? 2 ounces, 4 ounces, 6, 8, 10, and 12. Isn't that cool, you guys? Had no idea. Anyway, so it says to take 2 level scoops and fill it with 6 ounces of water. So you literally just pop it in there. There's 1, and then there's 2, and then you mix it. So it's a little bit different of a you know, getting ready or like, hold on one second. I just want to grab, all right, hold on one little second here. I'm just going to mix this up and yeah, because I want to drink it. So anyway, it's a little bit different of a preparation than your other Isotonix products, which of course you put into the capsule and you mix with 2 ounces of water. The Isotonix Complete Greens is 2 level scoops, 6 ounces of water. Now, like I said, I actually got to try this product last week, and I have to tell you, this product tastes really good. I never disliked the regular Complete Greens, the Complete Greens that we've always had and still have, by the way. It's just a different type of product. I never disliked that product. I liked it. But I will tell you that my kids and a lot of my customers who are not used to that kind of alkaline, neutral taste wanted something else. This tastes just like regular Complete Greens. However, it has a little hint of like natural sweetness to it. So it's actually pretty enjoyable. Like, yep, tastes really good. And I mean, honestly, guys, it's a very good tasting product. Now, let's just talk about what the product is and what's in it and, you know, why Isotonix. So first of all, this product is gluten-free, it is vegan, and it is the only, I'm going to say that again, it is literally the only Isotonic capable greens product on the market. There is no other Isotonic capable green product that you can buy from anywhere except from an unfranchised owner at Market America and shop.com. Now, as you guys already know, because I'm sure a lot of us are already taking our greens, right? There's a really big need in our country and really in the world for supplementation. So this product is not meant to be drank instead of like eating your vegetables. It's meant to supplement. So with soil turnover and really just eating habits in the U.S., only a small number of people are actually meeting what the federal government recommends for the amount of nutrient intake every single day. And even if you ate like 10 salads, you might not be getting the same amount of green nutrients that you're getting from this product. And that has to do with the way that products are farmed today. And so there's a lot of information about that. And of course, none of that has been, you know, reviewed by the FDA or anything because it's a vitamin, it is a supplement, so there is no governing factor to review it all. But just keep that in mind, like, are you getting enough of what you need every day? I know that I'm not, and I try very hard to eat healthfully, but there's a reason why I choose to supplement, and this is a really great product for that. So the main benefits of this product are for alkalinity, digestive health. It's also really great for immune support, detoxification, and energy. And what I can share with you is that when I took it last week, I will also add that I personally felt very, it helped me with my eating. Because, you know, I don't know about you guys, but for me, sometimes when I feel like I'm craving like foods, and even if I'm not hungry or just ate, I'm craving foods, it's mostly because I didn't get the nutrition from the food I just ate. And so my body is like tricking myself into thinking that I'm hungry, so I keep eating, but really I'm just looking for something. And I will tell you that after taking this product in the morning, I had less food cravings. I don't know if that, well, I don't think that that's even like a thing that they post as a benefit. I'm just sharing my personal experience with it. But I can honestly say that I had less food cravings after taking this product because my body felt like nourished. I felt full when I took this right before my breakfast. So a couple of things that are in here. Excellent source of minerals, vitamins, and enzymes. There is wheatgrass in here, which is really good for alkalinity in your digestive tract. And I actually texted Dr. Deidre this morning because I have celiac, and I said, how can this product be gluten-free and have wheatgrass in it? And she explained to me that wheatgrass is different than wheat. So don't be alarmed. Those of you that are gluten sensitive or, you know, try to avoid wheatgrass is different, and it's really good for your digestion. So good to know. There's organic barley grass in there as well, which is great for digestive health, detoxification, and also gives you energy. There's organic alfalfa grass, which is good for your liver. Organic chlorella, which is good for immune health and detoxification. And then you have 3 whole food plants that are in there that are included as well. You've got your organic broccoli powder, organic spinach powder, organic cabbage powder, and that's all coming from whole plant foods. So as you can see, this product is loaded with really, really dense and quality organic nutrients that people need. If you take a product like that, if you're eating healthfully, you're getting the nutrition, you're going to feel better, right? It's just common sense. And again, it's isotonic capable, which just basically means it's delivered in the same isotonic liquid solution, so your body can absorb it better and faster. And the same thing is true with all of our other Isotonix products, is now also true for Isotonix Complete Greens. And so who should be taking this product? So the product details will tell you that people that are looking for overall health function, for energy, immune health, and digestive health, and more should take this product. My personal feeling is everybody should be taking this product. Nobody eats enough greens in the day to get what they need, and so taking a supplement like this is only going to enhance whatever it is that you are doing. Even if you are eating really, really well, I highly recommend the supplementation. And yeah, Jennifer, so same with the barley grass. I had the same concerns. I said, you know, I'm very, very strict with my diet because of my celiac. I can't have any even cross-contamination with gluten. So when I saw barley and wheat grass on the ingredient list, I was confused by that, but Dr. D clarified that for me. So yes, it is a gluten-free, it is a vegan product, and it is isotonic capable. So if you go to unfranchise.com today, the product code is 13859. So it's 13859. It's $35 on franchise cost and 20 BV. So you got a great amount of BV for the product there. It's a very high quality product. It literally is the only isotonic capable greens product on the market. You can't even get anything else. There's nothing that even compares with it because there's nothing that exists that you could compare it with. So highly recommend grabbing these because I have a feeling that people are going to buy this and it's going to sell out and you're going to see another trim tea situation. So check that out. Also, the product detail pages, I stress this every week. I can't stress it enough. The product details on the website are so great. There's information there about our ingredients, there's frequently asked questions, and there's also really great infographics and PDFs that you can download and you can use as sales aids. So if you are taking this product and you want to share it with somebody, you can pop them that sales aid and they can see a really beautifully designed, well written, gives them all the benefits and helps you to communicate why this product is so great. Okay, so hopefully everybody's as excited about Complete Greens Isotonix as I am. I'm going to keep sipping on it. And it goes with the red and the green holiday situation right now, which I love. Okay, so the next segment we're going to move into is the retailing segment. So normally for retailing, we talk about like a specific way to just with a lot of intention, create a new customer, right? And so tonight we're going to talk about an old school retailing strategy and how it fits into your holiday season. So Many of you have probably heard, like Phil Guido is the master at this. And he's just like an incredible retailer. But the question, what's that? Right? So they always say that that's probably the biggest retail strategy in market America or in life, right? Because you can sell somebody, you can share stuff, whatever, but the second somebody says, what's that? Now you can have a conversation and their ears are wide open and they can't wait to hear what you say about it. So really the idea and the concept behind what's that is if you get your customer or potential customer asking you about what a product is, the value of that conversation and when you educate them on that product just increases naturally because they're interested already. They demonstrated that interest by asking, what's that? And so very simply put, what we want to recommend is that if you're hosting a party this holiday season, all the way through New Year's or whatever, and really just in general, you always want to have some products that are on display. Because if they're on display, people might see them and ask, what's that? More importantly, they may try them. So behind me, what you're seeing right here, this is my coffee and tea tray. So when people want to make a cup of coffee using my Keurig, they have to look under the drawer, and that's where all my K-cups are. But on the top, they have all these options. They have regular teas, like, what is this? Detox tea, mint tea. But also, they have the option of grabbing a mocha packet, right? You know, I have my Brain Octane oil, like bulletproof, love that stuff. I've got hot cocoa, and I've got, you know, brown sugar, whatever. I've got all this stuff, but also they have trim tea. Also, they have trim cafe, right? And so the point is that when people come to my house and they want to make a cup of coffee, they have no choice but to see all the choices. They may choose to try a Mochatonix or a trim tea or a trim cafe simply because it's on display. And so if you're hosting a party, I highly recommend that you have some of these products like in-house, in your house, on display, alongside, like not separate from, but included with wherever you keep your coffee and your tea. Because when your guests go to make themselves a cup of coffee or tea, they're going to see all of the other product options that you have as well, and they may want to try something. Now, we all know, because we just did a whole segment on trial size marketing, if somebody tries a product, they are more likely to ask you questions about it, or to like it, or to get addicted, or ask you, wow, I really love that product, where can I get that from? I've never heard of Trim Cafe. I've never heard of Mochatonix, right? But because it's on display and it's an option for them, they may try that product, and that is an opportunity for you to create a potential customer, right? And the same thing is true throughout the night. So for me, I have this little pouch, and in my pouch I have my packets of turn up, turn down, enzymes, aloe packets, and trim tea and trim cafe. I pretty much have every women's health and the daily essentials packets. I have all of that in there. And when I go to somebody's house after I eat a big meal, which I tend to do, I love to eat, whatever. So I will always, 100% of the time, you can count on me to mix a glass of Isotonix after a meal at my house or at anybody's house. And so I can't tell you how many times I've been like at a party and everybody's feeling like, probably didn't need those seconds, right? And I'm mixing myself some Isotonix and somebody says, what's that? So I say, you know, it's Isotonix digestive enzymes. It helps to break down food if you're overeating. I also have some sensitivity to certain things, so it helps me with my digestion as well. So people always go, well, what does it taste like? It's always the next question. Keep that in mind. The next question is like almost 100% of the time, what does it taste like, or does it taste good? So I always have at least one extra packet to mix them up for them to try, right? So again, if somebody is at your home, or you're at their home and you're at a party and everybody's like enjoying the festivities and eating and drinking whatever, and you have enzymes on hand, obviously somebody's going to feel the benefit of that product within 10 to 15 minutes, and there's no more questions or selling to do because they feel the benefit. So I think that that's a pretty key component, is like having products that people can feel like something quickly really makes a difference. You know, I love OPC3. I would not go a day without it. I will not go, my kids won't either. But that's a harder product for someone to say, oh, I feel great. It takes some time. You have to be compliant with the product. Where something like enzymes, you can feel the benefits of that pretty quickly. So having that on hand at a party is critical. Another good product to have on hand at parties is the Isotonix Activated B Complex. This is another one of those products that is really great because people will feel it right away. So it will help you with boosted energy. It's also really good for if you're drinking cocktails. I always recommend to take a shot of this before you go to, before you go to town. Also, awake shots, really, really easy. Obviously, people feel them right away. Love this before a party or people are feeling tired. I take them before parties because I'm tired. My kids are so busy and like I'm working on so many projects, teaching dance. The kids are like nuts right now. And, going to a holiday party, I always have fun when I'm there, but I always take awake first because I feel like Netflix is sometimes, a contender instead, right? So, anyway, that's my little retailing tip for you today. Oh, one more product I always recommend is, guys, the Shopping Annuity hand soap. If you guys don't have like 3 or 4 of these in your house, you're crazy. Like literally every one of my sinks in my house, my kitchen sink to all of our bathroom sinks, they all have the Shopping Annuity hand soap. The sage lime scent is really nice. It feels good. It's organic. It's light. It works. And it smells great. So like, there's no reason to go out and buy other hand soaps. You should be buying your own stuff. And again, somebody's going to see this. And of course, these are not shopping annuity, isn't it? So the point is that always have your products on display. Skincare, I have all like the entire Lumiere de V line. I have the lip scrub, the lip mask. I also have, I love the VitaShield C and E and the Skintelligence pH normalizing spray. I just added the rose spray. I love that for Lumiere. And then Ryan has his LDV Homes. We have the Shopping Annuity soap. All of that is on display. It's beautiful. It's neat. Honestly, just went to tjmax.com. They're a partner store. You can grab a cute little like bathroom tray to like put all your products on display. It looks great and people say, what's that? Oh, try it out. Spray themselves with the rosé spray. They'll love that rose spray, that natural rose petal. It feels so good. It smells so good. Even my even Ethan loves it, and I think Jordan does too, even though he doesn't admit it. So all right, so we're gonna switch gears, and this next one is a little bit detailed. So we are gonna talk about business building and creating leverage, okay? So for our business building segment for this month's GoNow Game Plan, we are gonna focus on strategic planning. So every successful business in the world, they do a strategic planning session at the end of the year and sometimes even at the beginning of every single quarter. Sorry, yeah. So at the beginning of the quarter or the end of the year, they want to look at what's working, they want to set some goals, and then that kind of dictates like what their action is going to be. And so unfranchised owners are honestly no different than that, right? So what I want to walk you through is kind of like the process for that. So the first process is probably one that you're extremely familiar with. It's basically number one, deciding what you want, when you want it by, and how you're going to get it. But then the piece after it is really specific to how you're going to get it. So the first part of this process is to ask what you want and simply quantify that. So what do you want in 2019? And you have to write it down. And of course in the Basic 5, we learned that there's really 4 different kinds of things that you want to figure out that you want around. It's things that you want to live. That would include things like a new home, a mortgage payment, a car, a new laptop, things for your house, things to live, right? The second one would be to learn. Maybe there's something that you want to do to expand your mind. Maybe you really want to join CrossFit, or you really want to learn a new language, or you want to learn how to cook, or you want to join a book club. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, like that's going to fill your brain and your mind and like make you feel like you're learning and you're trying something new, that would go under there. The third one would be to love. So that just has to do with what do you want in your life that has to do with your relationships, whether it's a spouse or whether it's a family member or whether it's a friend. So it doesn't necessarily just mean romantic love. It could literally also just mean just relationships in general. And so for like myself, that would just be really, really blatantly simple. I just want more time, like one-on-one time with my husband that are non-work related, and make it more of a priority to do some date nights and things like that, right? So you write that down. And then leaving. So leaving a legacy, that means you want to donate more. Do you want to participate more in your church or your synagogue or wherever if you pray to someone, right? Or your place of prayer, or an organization, or giving a scholarship, or maybe building a trust fund, or whatever it is that's important to you. You have to write that down. Then the next part of that, though, is not just to write it down, but also to quantify that. So you need to put a number next to what it is that you want, because if you don't put the number there, you can't build the strategic plan to pay for it, right? Like if you don't know how much something costs, then how are you going to determine an action plan to pay for it? And I think a lot of people forget that step in their strategic plan. They have a beautiful vision board, a dream board, but they forget to quantify it. You have to quantify it, because if you quantify it, then you can set business goals. And that's just the second big thing I want to mention to everybody, is when you're setting goals, a lot of times I'll ask them, like, what are your goals? And usually I get one of two answers. I either get, oh, I want to build a house, or I want to get this car, I want to go on more vacations. Or I get, oh, I want to hit professional coordinator. Oh, I want to hit director. But very rarely do I get both. And the point is really both of them are critical for that goal's success. So you have to have a business goal to pay for your personal goal. And you have to have a personal goal to make you uncomfortable enough to go for the business goal. So it's not that one is more important than the other. It's just simply you need both, right? You need the personal goal, because that's going to make you like go, okay, I'm going to work really hard at my business so that I can achieve this, that, and the other thing to pay for that goal, right? You need that personal goal. And you also need the business goal, because if you don't have that, then the personal goal is nothing other than just a dream, right? And you don't want to just have a dream board. You want to have a goal board. That's probably a better name for it, a goal board, right? So you have to have all of that. It has to be quantified. It has to have a number. And then when do you want it? So my recommendation is, I recommend that in addition to any big goals that you make for yourself, you also just make a simple 90-day goal. And you need to do that 4 times a year. All right? So like if you make yourself a 90-day goal, then you give yourself the stepping stones. You can't just say, I'm going to hit director to pay for XYZ if you don't even have 2 business partners yet. You need to make your 90-day goal first. You need to learn how to make $300 a month in commissions before you can learn how to make $300 a day or an hour or a minute, like Elizabeth Weber, right? You have to learn how to make $300 a month. And in my opinion, that has to be everybody's #1 goal. It's got to be, how do I make $300 a month? And if you're going to be an excellent mentor in this business, you have to know how to teach somebody how to make $300 a month. Because the second you know how to teach somebody how to make $300 a month, they can teach somebody else how to make $300 a month. And then it just goes on and on and on. And that's where that's money, all right? And then how will you get it? So over here, I know you probably can't see it that well, but I'm going to do my best at sharing with you anyway. I'm going to walk you guys through exactly what we do. And again, this is in the from the Unfranchised Marketing Department. We sent out an email last Monday, and all of this is on there. And there's a really cool chart. I'll show you. It looks like this. It looks like this. And it's included in that email campaign, so you guys can fill these out for yourself, when you're ready. But the first thing we're going to determine is the number of weeks. Now, again, I'm just going to stick with 12 weeks because 12 weeks is 90 days, and I highly, 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 highly recommend building your business in 90-day increments. It's not just one 90-day period. It's 90 days plus 90 days plus 90 days. I think Olivia Lee taught me that, right? It's 90 plus 90 plus 90. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop up and I'm going to say, you got 12 weeks. And then I'm going to write down my income goal. that income goal is not your ultimate goal. That income goal is your next income goal. So in the interest of simplicity, and because I really believe that people need to know how to do this to help their people, I'm going to say the first income goal is simply $300 per month in commissions, BV commissions, right? So I'm going to write that down. $300 per month. All right, so notice how I didn't say my first goal is to hit coordinator or my first goal is to hit executive coordinator. I mean, that's great and that's awesome, and that recognition for, you know, hitting that part of the pay cycle is awesome, but my first goal for a business partner is for them to make $300 per month, not just to make their first $300. I want them to learn how to make $300 per month. So my goal right now is $300 a month after 12 weeks, building a business that can generate enough group business volume so that I can make that much money ongoing and ongoing. Obviously I do, but I want to teach people how to do that. So in order to make $300 a month, that means I need a certain amount of business volume coming up on my left and a certain amount coming up on my right? So I need 1,200 BV and 1,200 BV to hit $300. However, when you see the business plan, remember, when you go from 36 and 36 to 5,000 and 5,000, that is not a 1,200 BV jump. That is a 1,400 BV jump, right? And so I always think, I think it's easier to just split the difference over the 12 weeks than it is to say, you know, the last jump you're gonna just do a little more, right? So anyway, the point is this. The goal to get a check a month, right, is going to be 1,250 BV per month. If you do 1,250 4 times, that will get to 5,000, okay? And that's what we want to do, is we want to go from 0 to 5,000 and have those banks flushing every single month. So I'm going to write it down. 1,250 BV, 1,250 BV, because you need 1,250 BV on the left, and you need 1,250 BV on the right in order to make that happen, okay? And if you do that, you're activating, you know, all of the standard business operating rules, right? Then you would be getting your commission a month. Now, the next thing I want to take into consideration is I don't get paid just on my own personal volume, right? We get paid on group business volume. We call that GBV, group business volume, right? So 100% of 100% is 100%. And so you want to build a strong organization that is generating, you know, a solid number of business volume through their customers and their personal use, because if you have people that are retailing, first of all, they're making retail profit and they're generating business volume, right? So it's good for everybody. So how many unfranchised owners doing an average of 250 BV per month do you need to create 1,250? And the answer is 5, right? Because if you had 5 people doing 250, that's 250, 500, 750, 1,000, 1,250. So if you had 5 business partners on your left and 5 business partners on your right, each doing 1,250 per month in volume, then that would generate enough group business volume to pay you a commission of $300 per month. And then of course in the last check would be $600, which is fine. I think nobody's gonna argue with that, right? So that might seem like a really, really big goal between now and 90 days from now, because you might not have any people yet, right? It might just be you getting started, or maybe you have some people, but they're not doing anything. So you basically have to act like you don't have any people yet, right? So how do you go from an organization of 1 to an organization of like 10 people after 90 days? And you help them to, you know, create retail customers and convert spending into earnings so that they're generating at least 250 BV a month. Well, the way that you do that is you show a lot of plans. So the statistics are that on average, if you show 4 business plans, at least one of them will become a business partner. You know, as you get better and better at showing the plan, and really as you get better at qualifying your prospects, that ratio will improve. It might be, you know, 2 out of 4, or even 3 out of 4, or if you're JR, 4 out of 4, right? Because he's not trying to sell anything to anybody. So the better you get at qualifying, the better you get at showing the plan, right, and sharing and listening, the better that ratio is. But conservatively, you can count on about 1 out of 4. And of course, that's an average and it's an estimate. So very simply put, if you wanted 5 new business partners, then you should show 20 plans, right? Because 1 in 4 is going to land, on average, in a new business partner. So you should show at least have 20 plans being shown on your left and 20 plans being shown on your right, because you want 5 and 5. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say that the goal for the total number of plans to show over a 12-week period is 40. So here we go, there's 40 right there. Now again, that number might look a little scary, but guys, it's not scary, because remember, this isn't just about what you personally do. This is about what your group does. So that just means 40 plans being shown in your group over the course of 12 weeks. Anything happening below you, that's your plans. By the way, you could knock 10 of those out in an HBP in your home, and you could knock another 10 out in someone else's HBP that you're doing for them in the ABC pattern, right? But here's the key. You don't want to just say, over the next 90 days, I'm going to show 40 plans, because that is incredibly daunting and it can be very overwhelming. So the last step of that is to say, how many plans per week do I want to show? So simply take that number of plans and you divide it by the 12 weeks. So 40 divided by 12 is like 2 to 3 plans per week. Now all of a sudden, when you're saying, gosh, I just want to make residually 1 commission check per month. That's my first goal. I just want to have an extra $300 to $600 coming in every single month. What does it look like? You want to know what it looks like? It looks like 2 to 3 plans per week being shown in your organization. That's it. It's not that hard. It's just you have to break it down mathematically so that it can become logical in your brain. So the more logical a goal is, and this is logical, right? Because you can justify where those numbers are coming from and why they're there. The more logical a goal is, the more realistic it becomes for you. The easier it is for you to attack it. And so that's why I highly recommend sitting down and spending a solid hour or even 2 hours doing a nice strategic plan. Start with what you want. Quantify it. When do you want to get that by? And then break that down and say, okay, what about my next 90 days? Where am I going to be 90 days from today? You probably, if you did this, will have more done in 90 days than you had in 360 days, only because you had a solid plan and that plan made logical sense. JR said that to me in a private message like 10 years ago when I was going to quit. He said, you have to break down your goals into bite-sized pieces so that they become logical to you and you understand the in-between steps between where you are now and where you want to be. You might want to be a director, but you have to make $300 a month first. And this is how you do it. Pretty simple. Okay, so again, I want to reiterate that this is available in that unfranchised marketing rundown campaign that we popped out to you guys last Monday. It's also going up on the unfranchised blog as well as beingjrridinger.com. It's a simple way to do this. Highly recommend you learn how to do it, and I highly recommend that you learn how to do it with your people. If you can get your people on this kind of a plan, just imagine how many plans will actually be being shown. Okay. So I hope that was not confusing, but and was helpful for you. All right, so the last part, let me get another sip. I'm just like parched here. The last thing I want to talk to you guys about is the brain spanking of the week. The brain spanking of the week is all about Deductr. So as you guys know, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what Deductr is, and I want to talk to you about what we're doing starting the 2nd week of January that you can join us on, because I think that knowing like something that you can jump on might help you to use it more. So everybody agrees Deductr is awesome. The app is awesome. The desktop version is awesome. It's a great app. If you don't know what it is, it's centered around the fact that most small business owners leave anywhere from $3,000 or more per year on the table. And the reason why they do that is because they don't keep good enough records to write their tax deductions and take their tax deductions that they are entitled to, because they don't keep good enough records, right? Or they're just disorganized or didn't even know that they were there, right? That they were entitled to them. And the other statistics that was shared was that 80% of people are overpaying on their taxes. And a lot of that comes from the fact that we just are, it's on the back burner for most people. I am one of those people. I have to work really hard to stay on top of my record keeping, and right now my record keeping is a little bit antiquated. I've been slowly moving toward Deductr, but I'm making 100% commitment to only use Deductr in 2019 for my tax records because the app is that good. I've been doing the same process personally for my taxes for the last 14, 15 years. But the only reason I didn't fully make the switch over was because it was a little I'm being honest, overwhelming for me to start it when I was already 4 or 5 months into the 2018 fiscal year. So with 2019 just being like 2 or 3 weeks away, I can't even believe that, like 3 weeks away, I'm making a full 100% commitment to do all of my tax deductions and mileage tracking all through Deductr. Deductr is an online app, and there's also an online desktop version that we can use as unfranchised owners with UFMS, as long as you have UFMS, that helps you to track your mileage and keep track of all of your tax deductions. You can link your bank cards, your credit cards, and all of that to confirm your purchases, and it keeps you really beautifully easy to print forms like you can even print it out in the appropriate tax form documentation that you can use to file taxes at the end of the year. Also really great with your paper receipts. So if you have a paper receipt, instead of trying to file it away, you simply take a picture of the receipt, it uploads it to Deductr, and then you have an electronic copy of that. You don't have to worry about the ink or losing it and none of that garbage with trying to keep paper receipts in a shoebox anymore. So what we have found is everybody loves it, but the biggest thing that people need to do is they need to commit, number one, commit to using it as their method of tax tracking, their tax deduction tracking. So that's step one, is you have to check it out and decide for yourself, is this something you want to use? I can tell you that there are people that spend hundreds of dollars for access to this app, and then there are people that spend even more because they're using multiple types of systems to do what Deductr does all in one, and quite frankly does better. So if you have UFMS, if you don't have UFMS, you should have UFMS. I'm not even going to address that. But you have a free access to Deductr. So I'm asking if you'll join me and Charlie Bayer. Charlie's going to do it as well, and he's just so phenomenal when it comes to this stuff. I ask him questions all the time. He probably gets so annoyed. But so we're starting an accountability group in January, and this group is going to be focused around helping people to get comfortable with Deductr, and most importantly, get habitual with Deductr, meaning they have to make it a habit. If you don't use it habitually, every Friday you're logging in and just tracking your stuff, then the chances are you're not going to use it as much as you could, and you're not going to benefit as much as you could. And so the 4-week accountability is going to be centered around educating on people on how to use it, but then also on just providing accountability so that you do use it, if that makes sense. We're going to do 30-minute power lunch sessions together on GoToWebinar. All of this information is on beingjrridinger.com. We are also sending out an e-news this week or next week, the latest. And so in week 1, we're going to talk about what Deductr is, how to use it, just literally how to use the app, because people want to know, some people are that new to it. And then also how to set some goals for yourself, maybe teaching you how to remember to turn on the mileage tracker, or on Fridays that's going to be your day to log into Deductr day, right? And you're going to get in there and make sure you're taking advantage of tracking your expenses. In week 2, it's going to be tips and tricks from actual users of Deductr. So anybody that used it over the last couple of months that has some tricks or tips that they want to share with us, you're going to hear directly from them. In the 3rd week, we're going to talk about how Deductr can help you in your recruiting efforts and your retention efforts. So for a new franchise owner in the first year that maybe hasn't made a significant commission right away, at least they can have a very like transparent look at how much they save just by simply owning an unfranchised business, right? Because when you own an unfranchised business or a small business or a home-based business, you're entitled to certain deductions where you would not be entitled to them if you were not. And then finally, in week 4, we're going to talk about a quick call to action and how to get your whole team using Deductr. Because guys, the more people that are using this, the more value proposition or value add it is for them. And so as a, as a leader in our organization, I want my people getting the most out of this business that they can possibly get. And one of the things that they can get is a really great tool to help them save money and keep more of what they earn by simply having better documentation of the, deductions that they're entitled to as unfranchised owners, right? So it's nails. I highly recommend that you sign up because the system is limited to how many registrations it can take because of the account that we have. So go to beingjredinger.com. Also, we'll be on the Unfranchised blog and check it out because if you register for the webinar series, then you're in. It registers you for all 4 of the webinars. It's a lunch session. It's going to be at 1 o'clock, and it's a hard 30 minutes. Like, we will not go over 30 minutes because we want people to be able to, like, step away on their lunch break and join us. And so we don't want to make that difficult for anybody that has a job. So, yeah, so anyway, it'll be a quick 30-minute power lunch session. Have lunch with us in January with Charlie Bayer and myself, and we'll also have Eddie Alberti on there for at least a couple of these. So that will be incredibly fun. Okay, so I'm gonna this is it. I'm just gonna give you a quick recap of what to keep in mind for the rest of this month. For Socially Speaking, the whole goal is to be a source of holiday joy. So if you're sharing about a recipe or a beauty look or an outfit or a decoration, just make sure you use good hashtags with that. All of that is in the email. Shopping annuity hacks. Check out the Holiday Deal Central page because everything is there. There's a lot going on, you guys. And the easiest way to stay on top of it is to just go to that landing page so that you're aware of different promotions that come in and out. For Consumer Corner, of course, we have our new complete Isotonix Complete Greens. So excited for this product. I really do anticipate it selling out. This product is so good. It's so hot. It's the only one like it on the market. So highly recommend that you get one of these. And while you're at it, grab some of these other products that you might want to have on display because that is all part of your retail strategy for the holiday season, right? So Trim Cafe, Trim Tea, Mocha Tonics, Digestive Enzymes, B Complex, all of those are really great products to have on hand during the holiday season or in your purse if you're attending somewhere else. And then the last one, or the last two, of course, is the business building. Look for this chart, you guys. Make yourself a solid plan for 2019. It's not hard to do the business. You just have to know what to do. And you don't want to be like, ambiguously building the business and just kind of showing random plans and not being sure where that all adds up to. Set a strong strategic plan so that you can stay focused. You can also reward yourself for doing the results producing activities such as showing plans, right? And building distribution. And then finally, the Deductr. Again, you guys, make it a habit. A little bonus tip is if you just make sure that you log in like this week, you'll get a head start so you don't feel like in week 1 you're having to learn so much. There's not that much to learn, but it's just like anything. There's a small little learning curve, but it's not hard. It's really fun, actually, and it's great to see everything that you're saving on. So, guys, thanks for sharing your Monday night with me. We will see you. I will announce the next date. We will probably not do the first Monday. Well, actually, it depends. I will announce the next date. It'll either be the first or second Monday in January, and I hope to see you then, guys. Thank you so much. You're the best, and we'll catch you next time.